Hello, let's talk about my previous week, and I would like to talk about this violence, and I want to talk about my relatives. I want to reveal them because some of them are living in US territory, and I would like to reveal them because it is usual practice for American society, as I understand that, because I saw some revealing text messages on Facebook, and I believe I could do the same. And let's show you uh, this family. This is my family, and we lived in a closed cycle. And this kid, he is a green card winner, and they moved to USA around 10 years ago. And no one don't explain me nothing. I lived like a blind, and I don't understand this conflict. I thought that it's local conflict, and I didn't understand it almost until the beginning of special operation. And these people, they were living in America, and they were not explain anything to me. And in the mobilization period, this person, he ran to USA, and his mother too, as I remember that. And they took them and they moved them through the border. And all this family, they were shouted with me with propaganda, and they were shouted me with their own roots, and they shook with their portrait. And that's why I am at Russian Empire side. That's why I stood for those lands. And you could blame my relative for that. In my opinion, they throw me on American blood because I wanted to be an American. To be an American, when I was a teenager, I hated all the people around in this country. And his father, he is American. His father, in front of them, he hit the table, and he made violence. He screamed that I must be a Russian. He screamed that I must be a Russian. How their grandfather said about it. He taught me how to stand for these lands, and he taught me how to die for the motherland. And I moved to Moscow, and my father started blame me that I moved. They blamed me because of divorce, and when the war started, my sister, she screamed at me like American, American. I didn't understand in that moment what she means when she screamed at me. You can see her like this. She screams at me, and I didn't understand nothing in that time period. I didn't understand nothing, and I started understand something after that. I moved back to Moscow after the mobilization period, and I was ready to defend those lands, defend the motherland, because they thought me. All the society made showed rumor game. It's a really interesting thing because everyone, a lot of people, they played roles in front of you, and they don't explain the nature of this conflict. They just throw me in this country. They throw me on American blood because I could be, in my opinion, I could be easy be an American already. And if I was an American, I be graphic programmer or something like this. In my opinion, they throw American society, they throw European society, they throw me on American blood in two meanings, because of them I made some blood of Europeans, Ukrainians, and Americans. And that is big problem of the society of white racists. I had violence once again. I hate them. I hated them when I was a teenager. I hated them so much because I have fightings with different person about philosophy questions, about politics. And when I was a teenager, I was more smarter than I am now because I wanted to throw those people and I wanted to move to USA, but they started to blame me, they started to punish me with psychological violence. This man, he screamed at me. By the way, he in the past he's worked on the plant of Tosis. He is toast maker from Omsk. And he is making money on Ukrainian children's blood. And this he is his son. I know they like Navalny TV shows. It's similar to this. Let's count their money, for example. He is making money on Ukrainian children's blood, and at the same time his son he is making money on Russian children's blood. And he wanted to live in Pattaya with talents. They wanna steal money from, in my opinion, they want to steal money from American society and move to Pattaya, and they want to live with Pattaya people, with talent people, in my opinion. And they are making money on Russian children's blood. We had Ukrainian mother and his wife. She is half of Ukrainian. We have Ukrainian mother in our family, Khudobinka Vera Nikiforovna, and we had Ukrainian mother and veteran, and that veteran told me, and they made propaganda all together with my Russian father. They made propaganda to me, and his own son, he moved to USA and he's making money on blood of Russian children, and he wanted to have fun in Pattaya. They won't have chill out. They want to make some money on Russian blood, and at the same time this toast maker, he is making money on Ukrainian children blood, and this is really fun because they have Ukrainian mother and the family, and they shout at me with Soviet Union propaganda. They throw me on American blood and take it. And they made violence. That violence makes me mad. That's why I'm speaking about it. That is really heavy violence, because I don't understand that racist society. They made short rumor for me. They throw me on my blood 3 times. They throw me on my Tatarian blood. They throw me on my possible American blood, and they made violence from American side. They throw me once again. They throw me 3 times on blood. That is really strange thing, because I know that America has a lot of Jewish people, and they are doing the same from the name of America, and that is really unbelievable. I really like that terminology, that they throw me on American blood, something like this, in the 2 meanings of this word, because I made some blood from Russian side, something like this. And they are one family. She is half Ukrainian, she is toast maker, he is American now, he is working somewhere, I don't know, it's usual job. But they forget about that America must be in the first place. They throw American blood in my face. In my opinion, they throw America on blood, because if I be an American, I was graphic programmer or robot developer or something like this. I believe in that. They just throw me in the country 3 times as a row. They throw me 3rd time in my life, and I really don't like racist society, because I know that I'll have the same violence once again. They made racism everywhere. They are playing football with my nationality all my life long. It's from the crib. They made me Russian. This veteran said, "You are Russian. You are Russian. You are Russian kid." He fed me with chauvinism, with Russian chauvinism. That's really fun because I got hit to my face from Russian children, and I remember how I asked my father why children said me that I am not Russian. He said, "You're Russian, but you're not exactly Russian. It's violence from completely beginning. It's from basement violence. They just grew children. It's a crazy empire because they grew children. They explain to children like me that I am a Russian, and they made football with me with these tools. It's really painful for psychology. It's a madness. It's like a schizophrenia. They made me autist in the beginning of my way, and they made me sick. I know that they made me sick in the beginning of that journey, and I always had problem with psychology. I was strange, and people know that. Everyone who knows me, they can approve it. And that veteran, they fed only me with their own roots. Okay, I have video with the fairy tales. They invited me to fairy tale sanatorium, and they made violence. It was summer of 2022 when the special operation was going already, and they made violence in this sanatorium. Okay, my sister screamed at me. I don't know, maybe they want to kill me. I don't know. It's really strange violence because she screamed with hate, and in that current moment of time, I was completely shouted. I don't understand what is going on. There. I saw that a local conflict in the Ukraine with strange government like Nazi government, and they moved through the border this person in the new year of 2022, and I stayed at Russian side, and I war with Russians against all entire the world. And I think they betrayed us of American society because of that, because they throw me on the Russian side. No one don't explain me the nature of this conflict, and I'm ready to reboot. People like me, they are always ready to reboot, because in Russian society it is impossible to live in. It's really painful, and it's madness for your psychology, and they damage me. They just damaged me in the my child age, and now I'm living with that. And they did it again. They did that violence from American side. That is really unbelievable, because they are living in America, and they made racism on me, and they understand that. I believe they understand that, but I don't know why I am at the Russian side, and why they are doing violence on me. It's understandable. It's obvious that I don't want a war with civilization on Russian side. It is their problems, because they will shout at only me and throw me. They throw me on my blood, my Tatarian blood. They throw me on American blood, and they made violence from American side. It was 3 or 4 years ago. That's right, and I am only now. I have understanding what was happening. What happened? Because people played role. I remember how people, they played role in front of me, and they threw me on American and European blood, they forced me to stay to Russian in the Russian Empire. That's really interesting, and that is global, foolish, something like that. They throw me in the garbage, and they made violence from American side. They just want to steal money and have fun and chill out in Pattaya city. And his father, he is a toastmaker. He is making money on Ukrainian children's blood. He is making money on Russian children's blood. Her mother, she is Ukrainian. We have veteran, and they were shouted only me. That is really Russian red family, in my opinion. They are so stupid, and it is fun to talk about them. I must to reveal them, because they are sadists. It is sadism. They use my blood and make sadism on it. And after 15 years, I am at American way once again, and I'm thinking about where I can move, because I don't believe in this empire anymore. They'll make violence once again. I believe they'll do it on the racist basement, and because that is really usual for this environment to make racism on people. I don't know, something like this. As I remember, it is all that I wanted to say, and we can continue to my usual tasks. I could explain what I did. They made cages on psychology. That is really interesting cage on psychology. They were shouted at me. They damaged me. They told me that I am a Russian. They taught me how to stand for their motherland. They taught me how to die for that. They made a suicidal fanatic. They shook his portrait, and in the same time, his own children, they moved to USA, and they were living in USA, and no one don't explain me what is happening around, and all the society. They played short rumor in front of me. I remember some of people, they just played short rumor game with me, and they throw me in the garbage with my talents, because I was a very talented person, and they throw me to their own garbage, and that is really fun. They are so low people. I just laugh at them. And she screamed at me at sanatorium that maybe she's wanted to kill me, and I didn't understand what she means in that current moment of time. And that is really strange violence from the creep, from the beginning of my way. They harass, he hit the table and he screamed that I must be American. I drew fuck off on my door in my child room for them. I remember that time also. I just wrote fuck off and I placed it on my door in my children's room. I so hate this racist when I was a teenager. I hate this racism society and this racism. And they did it again one more time. They did it again. And they'll completely to do it. They're so evil. They're stupid, and they're so mentality weak people. I believe they'll will play with my nationality once again. But I accuse it for that time. I'm accused for this forever. I think about where I can move from this empire, and I believe someday I'll find the way how to move from that. They made violence. They throw me and they throw America on American blood because of this. They are racist, sadists. They are quiet pedophiles, and for Russian word they are Nazist. He is a Nazist in Russian opinion. He is making money on Russian children's blood. He is toast maker. That is really fun. We have Ukrainian mother of her, and we have veteran in our family, and they shook that portrait in front of me, and they made violence from country of freedom, and that is really painful for me, because I have talents and I believe I can use them in the future when I move to Europe or America. I don't know. They wanted to live in Europe, I believe, but they made this violence, and that is really strange in my opinion, because how those people can be Europeans if they're so evil, racist, Nazis, sadist, and stupid. That's impossible to be in Europe, in my opinion. Okay, let's talk about my previous job and about my work. I've rendered this shot some years ago. It was some like it's like environment, 3D environment. Also, I'm trying to texture some objects, and I'm playing with Substance Painter, and I'll continue to do it. And I'll play with textures until I'll do it good. And also, I want to show you this car. I made it very long time ago, I think in 2014, yeah. And I just want to upload it right now. Also, I made this car with Substance Painter. I made this metal, and that's okay for me. I must texture inside the car, but in that current moment of time, for me that's okay. Glass is too flickering right now, but I don't want to change it. I would like to practice more. That's why I might just leave some mistakes. And that is studios from different TV channels that I did on different cable. It was cable TV, Rostelecom cable television, and also I would like to show this asset with Pattison or music player, how to say that, with tea kettle. And also I want to show you gouache paintings. I know I can show you, I bought zero brushes, and I can make details. With these brushes I can make details on gouache paintings, and I'll move from big brush strokes to small and teeny details in some day. I believe in that. Also I want to show I did good progress on drawing classes. I did good construction, and I've done good color, and master helped me a lot, and but it's only my hand. Master he have not he has not drawing while I draw. It's my hand, and it's my job. For me it's hard to construct tenses in English, because I didn't start my new cycle of learning of rules, and I believe I'll do it maybe on the next week. I don't know, I need to memorize all the rules. I must use more complicated grammar construction, like first conditional, second conditional, zero conditional, and I can use different other popular grammar construction like unless or other English popular grammar construction. I'll learn them science, since, for, and from, when we are talking about time, when we talk about time. And I'll learn all these rules in the future. I know that I'll repeat them. I'm really proud of this painting. I believe I can do similar at home, but in my own. But I need a master to correct me in the same iterations. Also, I want to show you mapping that I've done before Ukrainian conflict, and I have best God race in Empire, in my opinion. That is my best God race in my life. And I did some different images, I did different reveals and transitions, and I want to remember it was interesting time. And also I'm writing my bio with this speech. I'm writing my bio. I want to make documentary. I want to document all my job and all my thoughts, and that's it. I think that's it that I wanted to say for you. No, I would like to say about these people. I would like to reveal them. I know how to. I can show you the phone of these people. You can show. One moment. Yes, I save it. You can see phone of my relative. He's in America now, and they all together made violence on me. They just throw me on my blood. They throw me on my blood 3 times. And that is obvious, because after 15 years I am trying to move in America. And I'll try to do it because that is the only way, in my opinion, that on that way I'll be happy. Only on that way I'll be happy. And that's it. Thank you for attention, and goodbye.